Alright, this is a video sort of tutorial for ninja.org for my LED system to help everyone get an idea on how they can install their LED lights. I got an LED kit from ledglow.com. It came with two 12-inch strips, but then I also modified it to get 4 pods on the wheels, so a little different, but same thing, it's all LEDs. So we'll go through the whole circuit, starting with the positive. So over here, the green and red wires are from the back pod, so ignore those. This wire here is what we're looking at right now. This is the positive negative. The white is the positive, so we're going to start there. It comes from the battery, which we can't really see because it's underneath the seat. Yeah, you can't really get in there too much. But the that white one is the positive, goes to the positive end on the battery. I have it connected using a ring terminal. Just put it right on the screw for the positive end of the battery, screwed it in. What I need to recommend though is that the holder for the battery from the front has a little plastic wall on it. Go in on the side, don't go over the top, because when you sit on the seat, it puts pressure on it. It can actually disconnect the wire, and that's what happened to me. I was trying to figure out what it was. That was the issue, it disconnected from the battery. So just make sure you go around the side, don't go over the top, and you'll be fine with it. So we'll follow it. It goes into the fairing here, right along behind this. And it comes out on the top. The positive end goes into the fuse, which is right here. That is our fuse holder. Inside that is the fuse, which I have one. If I get it there, that's better. Nice, yeah, I got a fuse. Alright, so this here is our fuse. So anyway, the fuse, like I said, what it does in the circuit is that it's got a little piece of metal inside that glass cylinder, and if the current gets too high, it'll heat up and the little piece of metal will melt, causing the circuit to disengage, which, there it is, which then prevents any damage being done to anything major. Like I said, these fuses are cheap, not difficult to install. It just goes right into that little holder. And this one is a 2 amp 250 volt fuse. Size is 5 by 20 millimeter, but that would all be based on the holder that you are using in your system, because they come in different sizes. So this, again, now that we have a focus going, you have the 2 metal end caps, the glass tube in the middle, and then inside that tube is a thin metal wire, which, like I said, melts if the current gets too hot. Well, increases too much and it heats up the metal, rather. So that's the fuse holder. So I said that's the positive wire, goes into that fuse holder. On the way back, the negative doesn't matter. So continuing on, that fuse right there runs into a switch, which I have right underneath here. You click it once, it's on, twice it's off. And like I said, it's hidden. I had it on top right here first, but it was visible. I figured if somebody saw it, they could turn my lights on and forget to shut them off, I guess. So I just hid it underneath. Easy access while riding. Yeah, it's simple on-off switch, and that's both the positive and negative run into that switch. That's what these wires are right here. Those are the positive and negative leaving the switch. So now after the switch, we get to the harness, which is right here. Maybe. There we go. it is this black piece right here. Oops. Try not to block our lighting. Right there. This is the wiring harness, and on this end here, this is the positive negative from the switch, and on the other side, it's tough to see. There are 6 sets of positive negative wires going out to all the terminals, which then feed the LEDs. So we'll follow one of them. These red ones here are all the ones that the mods that I did, that I added in myself. I'll mention those after we get through the whole circuit. But for now, we'll take one of the stock ones. I think this here. Alright, this looks like one here, maybe. Yeah. Alright, so this piece here, one end comes out of the terminal, the harness rather, and then the other end goes to the LED. So yet again, you have the positive negative on one side, positive negative on the other, and then when you hit the switch, let's see, there, your LEDs are on. So you have a positive negative wire running into those LEDs, and that's the positive end. So again, you go battery, fuse, switch, harness, and then out of the harness into all the lights. So we'll go for the negative. So the negative goes out of those LEDs into your harness. This is just the connector that connects to the harness. Then out of the harness, we go back to the switch here, on off. And then on the negative, you don't need a fuse, you only need one fuse, so the fuse is just positive. And then, so with the negative, after the switch, you go switch straight to your ground, which my grounding is the black side. Oops. The black side of this wire, and I have it bolted right underneath the seat there. It's just a ring terminal. Just bolted to the frame again using a ring connector, and that one, it's not close enough to the seat that you'll interfere with it when you're sitting down. So yeah, that's pretty much the whole circuit there. I didn't take the side fairings off when I was doing it, so when I got those the LEDs, I put it in underneath, then went in underneath the little gap here to secure it down. Like I said, it came with a 3M double stick on it. Goes right in there, and a 12-inch. Let's see, they're two 12-inch strips. Mine goes here to here. So let's see. So the 12-inch strip goes up here, all the way down to here, and that's a 12-inch strip. I have one on each side. So yeah, it's a pretty simple install. It looks really nice. Then just a brief mention of the pods on the wheels. I have let's see, UV pods here on each wheel, feeding my rim tape, so that it has that Tron kind of look. At night, it's a glow-in-the-dark rim tape, and UV light really excites, we'll say, glow-in-the-dark stuff. So we got those two on the back. On the front, it's gonna be kind of tough to get a view in on it, but I got them underneath the front fairing here. And this is a good way to explain how to make two wires, or two or more wires into one, because that's how I modded the harness. So these are just quick disconnects here. That way, if I want to shut them off, I just disconnect it. It'll work fine. So yeah, so this is the positive, I think, for the front one. So what we have are the two positive ends, one positive from the left, one positive from the right. Just crimp the two of them together in one connector, and then have one positive on the other side of the connector. So that connects two positives here into one positive on the other side, and then the negative. One negative from the front, from the left, one positive from the right, crimped together in the connector with one negative on the other side of the connector. So that connected two wires into one. And for the harness, it would just be the same thing. If you had like -6, so you would have 6 negatives on one end, one negative on the other, 6 positives on one end, one positive on the other. And then what you need to do is, after you have the 6 and the 6, you need to pair up. Here, you need to pair up one positive with one negative, so that you'll end up with 6 separate terminals. There. Yeah, so you'd have to pair up one positive with one negative, and that would give you the 6 separate terminals. But for the harness, you need however many you want, 3, 4, 5. Like I said, this one's 6, turning into 1, and that just keeps it simple. Like I said, my issue with the whole system is just wire management. Not really sure where to put the wires. Any recommendations would be great, because right now I just have them all zip lined to this metal bracket here that's a part of the frame. So yeah, here. All right, this is one of my leftover terminals from the harness. I have 2 left if I want to add 2 more strips on. So yeah, I think that pretty much covers everything. I hope that's informational there, helps out with your guys' install over at ninjet.org. And feel free to give me any comments, or if you have any questions, just let me know.